Pepper says, are you ready to declutter another section in this kid's room? I know I am. Hello everyone, and welcome back to A Hoarder's Heart. As you could tell, I'm feeling a lot better this weekend than I did the previous weekend. Once they took the stent out, I could really feel my energy starting to return. I was walking around a lot more. So I'm really glad that each and every day we're getting more and more back to ourselves. But this video is still Tyler's video series because he's going to be decluttering in front of the closet. I'm just going to be his cameraman. Now, I also wanted to talk about what would you guys really like to see in future videos after Tyler's room is done? Is there any room you really want to see get decluttered? Are there any certain topics that you want to talk about? So please share in the comment section below what future videos would you really like to see? So now, without further ado, let's start decluttering. So Tyler, where are you starting, kiddo? Right there, and what's that? Laundry. What's next? This. Oh, what size is that, kiddo? Did you outgrow that? What size does it say, baby? 10, 12. So it technically still fits. It's a little on the small side. All right, so that blanket right on the top, that's mommy's, huh? Okay, mommy's got to take this. This is mama's stuff. Oh, our Reese hoodie. I know, you loved that hoodie, huh?
Yeah.
But I think you outgrew it. Yeah. A basket to start off for keep and let go. What are you going to keep and which one do you want? Do you want the blue to be the let go and then gray be keep? So for Tyler and Vining, it's easier for him to do the 3 basket method, which is he keeps a pile, he donates a pile, and the other pile is going to be trash, which we'll pull his trash can over shortly. I'm also letting him go through everything, picking up the clothes, looking at the sizes, determining that does this still fit me or did I outgrow it? If I outgrew it, then I can donate it. But if it still fits, then we're going to have to put it away. Now, this was a skill set that I didn't learn as a child, to no fault to my parents, because they had no idea that I had hoarding disorder. But I felt if I knew how to do it, I would have been a little stronger today. Now, these clothes right here, yes, they are mommy's, and they were in the bench that we decluttered last week, and I just didn't have the energy to move it, so it was temporarily there. But I feel so much better, so we are putting it away now. Now, I wanted to add that with Tyler, we're going to be using the 3 basket decluttering method instead of the 4 basket method, where you add the 4th bin as a sell bin. He's a kid, and I don't want to overwhelm him and put pressure that he thinks he has to sell stuff. I wanted to keep this simple as possible. He's still developing his decluttering muscles, so it's so much easier to divide it into 3 simple categories. Now, the pile that he's decluttering today is very big, and that was his choice. So I am going to monitor him as he's going through everything to look for signs of him getting tired or overwhelmed so that we can take a break. I've also implemented a new house rule, and that is no food in the bedroom. And as you can see, this is Halloween candy from 2023. As a recovering hoarder, my children have been used to having a messy home and not too many rules as far as tidying and cleaning. So I am slowly implementing this in so that it's not overwhelming and it doesn't feel like something that's a burden. And they don't seem to mind. Why? Because we're changing it in baby steps. I chose baby steps because that's what's worked with me and healing in my hoarding disorder. It was because there were small, simple steps each day that didn't feel overwhelming, and over time started becoming a new habit and a new behavior.
I'm also allowing Tyler to look at every single thing to make sure whether the Play-Doh is dried out, the markers are still working. That way, he's making the right decision and not regret letting anything go. Now, this gray basket is the keep pile. The teal one is the donate. And of course, we have our tossy pile. Now, the 2 crates of clothes are also a donation pile too that we're letting go of. I didn't have one big basket to put it all in, but that's okay. You get the gist to the 3 basket method. Now, he's going to continue decluttering here. He wants to keep that tin. He can identify what trash is very quickly, which is another huge bonus because for me, for years, I couldn't identify what was trash and what was keep or even what was donated because I wanted to keep everything. The packaging to the item that I became emotionally attached to was still part of the item. I could not discard anything. So it made me so proud that my kids are learning how to do this now so that they are the generation that breaks the hoarding behaviors. Now, of course, we still have work to do because I'm noticing a lot of this stuff here is a mixture of Tyler's and what used to be Brandon's stuff. A couple months ago, Brandon came to me and said he wanted to declutter his room because it was messy and he did not like his room being messy. But he also didn't want to record it to protect his privacy because he's a teenager and he just didn't want it out there. So of course, nothing was recorded or publicly published out there, only a before and after shot, which was fine by him. But what I noticed is that a lot of this stuff used to be Brandon's things, and his donate pile was to Tyler. And Brandon had asked his little brother if he wanted all of his old things. And of course, Tyler said yes, because it was his big brother's. So it all came into this space, into the room. So that's why it feels like there's double the amount of stuff in this room since last year, because technically there is. Now, another insight I had with my boys, since their mom is a recovering hoarder, was that when Brandon was young, I saw a lot of hoarding behaviors. But as he got older, he can declutter so much stuff. And same with Tyler. I saw a lot of hoarding behaviors as he was young. But now as he's starting to get older, I noticed that he's making a lot more decisions to let go than he has in previous ages. So maybe it does all come down to age and keeping up with cleaning and decluttering. Now, he's taking a little break because that was a lot of work. But this is his keep pile so far. This is his donate pile. And of course, all of his tossy piles. And I am just so proud of him. And I also wanted to let him know that as much as we're doing all this work, we can also take time to play a couple of games with the things that we found again, because you have to have fun while you're cleaning. Now, a new thing I was doing with Tyler was that I was asking him questions as he was decluttering clothes and all the items. My first question to him was, does this fit? And of course, if the answer was no, we donated it. If it did, we put it in the laundry to be cleaned. My second question was, do you play with this? Or the adult version would be, do you use this? And he could then make the decision of, no, I don't use this or play with this, so that he could easily let it go. The next question I asked was, do you need this? A lot of times he had said, no, I don't need it, and could let it go. And the last question I would ask him was, do I like this? And I think that was one of the most important questions that I asked him, because if he said no, he knew right away that we could let it go. But if he said, yes, I like this, I absolutely let him keep it. Because as a recovering hoarder, I know that if I was not ready to let go of something, decluttering would be a negative effect and I would regret it. And now let me show you just how much stuff Tyler got rid of using the 3 basket method. This is all of his donation stuff. I didn't have a basket big enough to fit it all in. And moving right over here, this is Tyler's Tossy pile. And we are going to recycle everything as best as we can. And overall, this has been Tyler's biggest decluttering session of all. I am just so proud of him because when I was his age, I couldn't do this. So now I get to show you Tyler's updated room. As soon as you turn this corner, voila, it's open. He was able to declutter this whole section and do it happily. He made quick decisions, and it just goes to show that you truly can break the behaviors, routines, and patterns of hoarding disorder if it's in your immediate gene pool. Now let me show you what's technically Tyler's third basket, and that is the keep pile. This is his keep pile from the past 2 episodes, not just this one. And for his next episode, we're going to be decluttering this organizer so that we can start to organize his keep pile and have it off of the floor. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to clean, declutter, and let go of something in your home today too.